Hi guys, welcome to Dead in the Don. Today the punditry team are going to be predicting the Week 5 Premier League fixtures. We're going to give you all 10 predictions, starting with myself with Newcastle Leeds. So let's get straight into it. Hope you all enjoy. So Newcastle versus Leeds, this is a bit of a tough one I've been given this week. Both had equally poor starts, although they've both let in about the same amount, both scored about the same amount, but I think Leeds perhaps have had the slightly harder fixtures, but not by a lot. But I think there was games Newcastle had that they could have perhaps got a bit more out of, but they threw points away against West Ham, so that was like sacrilege as well. They've both let in about 12 and 11 in their first 4 games, so they're both shipping goals. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game, though, because they've both only scored 4. So I think Leeds are going to nick this one, and I think it's going to be 1-0 to Leeds.
So my game this week is Wolves versus Brentford. So far this season, both teams quite solid, playing some pretty good football. I definitely think Brentford have that no fear attitude about them this season, won against any Premier League teams. But saying that, I do quite fancy Brentford to win this one. Don't think it'll be an easy game by any conclusion. So I'm going to go Brentford to win 2-1.
Burnley versus Arsenal. This is a tough one to call. Burnley are always a tough side to play at home. Arsenal haven't had a great start to the season. They are coming off their first win against Norwich, but have been struggling to score this season. Were quite fortunate to score against Norwich. And I think if Burnley can stay disciplined, then they should be able to sneak this. They put in some good balls at the weekend. They were quite unlucky. So I'm going to go with 1-0 Burnley.
My game this week is Liverpool v Crystal Palace. On paper, this looks like an easy home win for Liverpool, but Palace are getting better game by game and have an exciting young team. And they recently just beat Tottenham 3-0. But still, I can't see anything else than a home win. Liverpool have Van Dijk back, Salah is firing, and most importantly, they've got the Kop behind them. So, sorry Phil, I see Liverpool winning 3-0.
Manchester City Southampton preview and prediction. Obviously I can't say anything more than a Manchester City win. Obviously they're at home, got the fans back, and I just think that they'll win the game. Obviously they've got better squad, better players, better manager, but saying that though, I do think Southampton could cause them a couple of problems, especially at set pieces. Ward-Prowse, it's always dangerous at set pieces. They've got rid of Ings, which big loss to them. They've replaced him with Adam Armstrong. I like the look of him actually from Blackburn. He's got a lot of goals for Blackburn Championship, and I think he scored already this season for Southampton. So I think he could get them a few goals this season. He could be a bit of a danger man if they get the service into him. Be interesting to see how Hassan Huttle sets them up. Obviously you can't be too defensive, but he can't leave themselves too wide open. I actually quite like Hassan Huttle. I think he's a decent manager. With what he's got there and selling players all the time, I think he does well there at Southampton. Man City, though, I just think without adding Grealish in and whatever 11 they pick, it's good enough to beat anybody. I still think whoever finishes above City this season will win the league. So I think Southampton can score. Although City have tightened up at the back last season and this season, but I think I think Southampton can score. So for that, I'm going to go with my prediction of Manchester City 3, Southampton 1.
Okay, Week 5 fixture, Norwich versus Watford. Yes, this is such a great game to preview. Quite possibly 2 of the worst teams in the league. Not saying that they're really bad, but compared to others. 2 relegation candidates. So this all points to a very scrappy, boring game with not many chances. I hope it's not like that. You know, you want good games, regardless if it's your team or not. Watford, you know, the manager's 2 games away from getting sacked. That's just how it is. It's just reality. That's why they go down now, because they're just not stable enough. The owners haven't got a clue. Got some good players. Again, there's a few players they let go and they're replacing with players that, are they going to be any better than them? I don't think so. That's another reason why they'll struggle through season. They'll come to this game thinking they've got a chance. They might, you know, rebound and try and take it at Norwich. Norwich is definitely very nervy. They've lost all 4 games. You know, they've improved better off than they did last time in the Premier League. They brought some good players in. They've got some good little talents. The winger Rashida, I think his name is, and Gilmore. You know, I think they need to give Josh Sargent a turn, because Pukey's not a Premier League striker. Give Josh Sargent a go at top, see how he gets on. I think Norwich will have the majority of the better chances, and I think they're the team that's going to get that winning goal. So yeah, it's going to be Norwich 1, Watford 0.
Aston Villa v Everton. I believe this game is going to be a draw. I was very impressed yesterday with Everton's comeback, being 1-0 down and going on a blitz of 4 goals. They look very entertaining. They've got 10 points, joint top of the league, look very, very good. Villa against us on Saturday. Started the first half well, they pressed us, they looked better than us in the first half, but they ran out of gas. The Watkins and Ings combination didn't really work, but I can see it working this week. I'm going to go for a Aston Villa 2, Everton 2.
Thanks for having me again, guys. So for this week, week 5, I've been given the match between Brighton versus Leicester. Brighton has surprisingly started off very strong this season. They're doing very, very well than I expected, actually. Leicester, they have been a bit up and down. They've been in the middle. They've been winning, they've been losing. But to be honest, again, I can see this going down the middle. I think both teams will play out for a draw. Both teams are, obviously, Leicester's got a better team than Brighton, and Brighton's just a team. They are in form, they're confident, so I can see this going down the middle. So yeah, I can see this match being 1-1.
West Ham versus Man United. Both teams have started the season well and now are unbeaten. I expect a good game with plenty of chances from both teams, and more importantly, there will be goals. There's one major factor in this game: Ronaldo. In my opinion, I think the scoreline will be 3-1 to Man U.
So my prediction game for this weekend is the last game of the weekend, Spurs versus Chelsea. Spurs obviously are going to be looking to bounce back from quite a disastrous weekend when they lost 3-0 at Crystal Palace, and they'll be looking to get back to winning ways. But really, I can only see Chelsea winning this. I think Chelsea just have got an embarrassment of riches. They've got the biggest squad, and every one of their players for each position can come in and do a good job. Chelsea are really strong. I think it's going to be a Chelsea win, probably fairly comfortable. I can see them winning 2-0.